Meanwhile, President Trump is facing a lot of criticism from Democrats for even talking to Russian officials in the middle of this. To the guy who wrote, among many bestsellers, Winter is Coming. In this political environment, I think it's already here, Garry Kasparov, the chess grandmaster extraordinaire, so much more. So much was made, Garry, and it's good to see you, on the timing here. Meeting the Russian officials on the very day or the day after he had fired James Comey, that it was awkward. What do you think?
I am no experience in psychology, though maybe some as a chess player. Definitely not an experience in Department of Justice or, thanks God, not dealing with FBI. But I can tell you there's one chess rule. If you have a good move now, it doesn't mean the same move will be a good one 5 moves later. Most likely to do a mistake, because a delayed decision will be carried through in a very different situation. Of course, I agree that Director Comey had to be fired when he, played a role, consciously, subconsciously, in influencing the elections. But since President Trump praised him many times as a candidate and eventually as a president, I think that we should look at the latest events, not paying too much attention to what happened 10 months ago or 10 weeks ago.
Well, what are the Russians, the people you keep in contact with? What are they saying about this?
Look, I can tell you what's happening now in Russia, in Russian media, or more likely in Putin's propaganda. They are putting the pictures with Trump, Lavrov, and Russian Ambassador Kislyak in the Oval Office all over the place.
Kislyak we see him as a spy, that he's a spy.
Kislyak is the man that has been suspected by all U.S. intelligence officers as a top spy. Right. Receiving him, smiling at him, hugging him with Lavrov, Russian foreign minister, right. Putin's envoy.
And by the way, the White House wouldn't allow photographers in to see that, but we got it from the Kremlin. Those images came courtesy of the Kremlin.
Isn't that amazing? And
yeah.
And okay, I don't know whether Director Comey lost Trump's confidence long before, but what's happened is that he named Russia as the most dangerous nation on earth because of intentions and resources. How many days after this statement he survived? Just very few. And I don't buy this statement that you cannot intimidate FBI agents. Of course, there's no direct intimidation. But if the director is being fired, most likely to the things connected to this Russian investigation, obviously it will have something to do with the psychology, with the morale of other agents.
But does Vladimir Putin, now even though they denied their role in any way, shape or form in the election, does Vladimir Putin think that he elected Donald Trump?
No, we don't know whether Putin's interference was decisive, but he interfered in U.S. elections, in French elections. Recently, we got reports from France that they attacked Macron. He has been interfering in Germany. I was recently in Berlin. They know. It's like a fact.
I guess what I'm asking, I'm sorry I wasn't clear, then when they meet, that is, the two presidents, when Vladimir Putin and Donald Trump meet this summer, how is that going to go?
I don't know, but first of all, I think we should understand, what the Trump-Russian policy is, because he just received and smiled and hugged the top diplomat from a country that, as agreed by U.S. intelligence, attacked the United States. And it happened next day after he
Would you not meet with any Russian leader?
Look, in the Oval Office, to bring Lavrov, especially, again...
John Kennedy met with Gromyko in the Oval Office.
Look at the timing, not in the middle of Caribbean crisis. So it's all about timing, and the timing makes it very suspicious. And I hope that there are.
What do you mean suspicious? What are you saying?
Suspicious because why Comey is fired? Why Putin is giving such a boost? A Russian propaganda machine was stunned by Putin's defeat in France. They treat it as Putin's defeat. Putin supported 3 out of 4 candidaents: Le Pen, Fillon, and Mélenchon.
I understand that, but if Putin thought he could buy off, Donald Trump. Look at the Syria raid.
Wait, listen again. It was already ages ago. Now we live in a world where news count maybe within 24-hour cycle.
Right.
So this picture is worth, I don't know.
Really?
For Putin? It's same as his picture with Obama in the United Nations. But now he has Lavrov in the Oval Office. By the way, Obama administration refused access to Oval Office, and now with this timing, again, for Russia, Russian propaganda, it's a clear demonstration that
Tillerson, the Secretary of State, has already said relations now are the coldest they've ever been since the Cold War. I'm paraphrasing here. So if the Russians thought they could buy this guy off, it's not happening.
Again, I don't know. I'm not making any suggestions here. What I'm saying, it's very important that we put an end on that. But so far, what Trump did, just added more shadow, more suspicions. And I think it's wrong because any suspicions.
You think he botched it?
Exactly. I think what Putin will do, he will be using it because every uncertainty plays into the hands of dictators.
All right. Garry, thank you very much. You really scared me here. Garry Kasparov, a multiple best-selling author and chess master. That does take a little bit of psychology, and then some.